Hello babes, welcome back to my channel. Hi, how are you? So how are y'all actually? Like, I hope everyone's doing good. So today I basically wanted to do the all about that bass video, which is explaining everything I do to get my base. I'm not gonna do my eyebrows first today just because, you know, I don't have all the time in the world to do that. And we all know how long those take me. So I'm just gonna move on to base and then do my eyebrows kind of like last. But so I already primed and then I used this kind of like pore minimizer primer by Mary Kay, and then which has like a pinky monochrome hue to it, and then some strobe cream by MAC. I love this. I also mixed this in with my foundation. I used a couple of shades for my foundation. They're gonna be like in the box above, but I'm just gonna warm everything up in my hand and then start going in with the foundation on my face, dot it in all the areas, like, yeah, like so. And then I usually skip this like area right here, this kind of like eye and cheekbone area, just because I'm already gonna put concealer there, so I don't feel like I need to add more layers and more layers, you know? So, okay. We got our foundation on, and then I'm just gonna go in with this Real Technique sponge with this side of it. Or actually, yeah, I'm gonna use the larger side of it. Get like a nice little coat on the beauty blender. Like, I'm just using whatever's left over foundation on my hand, and I'm like giving it a coat just so it doesn't soak up or move anything around that I don't really want to move around. And then just start pouncing it into the skin. Make sure you don't do it so hard, because then you end up moving product around. And then don't worry if you have discoloration or like redness, because we're gonna take care of that. We're just trying to even out the skin tone right now. Just give it a nice base. I also take it up here a little bit just to like kind of reinforce the concealer. So like I won't put it on there, you know, I won't place too much on there, but I do want the concealer to have a little bit more coverage. So okay. Try not to put so much on your forehead, just because we all make so many expressions and then it can tend to crease. I fucking can't stand these little fuzzes on my face.
It drives me insane.
Some on my ears.
Down my neck. Remember, we can't forget about the neck.
I'm going with whatever leftover foundation I have on my hand and just kind of like adding some coverage to the neck. I'm someone that does this because I have a couple of scars down here from when I used to have really bad acne. So I'll just give it a little bit more coverage. If you take care of your neck as much as you take care of your face, then it's okay to do this, you know? Make sure you take care of your neck like it's your face. Like this area right here, that's basically your face. Like, keep that in mind. The ears too. I'll never forget about my ears when I'm washing my face. So then, when you're done, you know, getting that first layer on, you see how I kind of have, like, still some redness going on, some, like, scars kind of coming through. So then I'll just, like, go in with the Beauty Blender on some foundation that I have left over on my hand, and then just really lightly go over it. Really, really be careful how hard you press. Just kind of like lay it on top. And do the same on the other side. I'm just trying to get these areas that may need a little bit more coverage.
Okay.
And don't even worry if you didn't cover everything up. You know, it's not meant to be flawless right off the bat, but we do want just a solid foundation. So the next thing I'm gonna do is eye contour. I'm gonna go in with like this contour shade right here that I got. Oh no. No, I have two contour shades. I do. I have this one, which is kind of dark. This is like what I use if I need like a stronger cream contour, like a stronger foundation for my contour. And then I use this one, which is like lighter. This is shade Coke Toffee Caramel. This is from, what is this from? Maybelline. I love using sticks because they're just so easy. Like, you just... And then I use foundation sticks because, like, a foundation is basically a contour. You don't need to go out of your way to get, you know... I'm actually going to use this one since I'm not really... damn. Just kidding. I'm going in with this one. You don't want to use something that's too dark. And if you do only have something that's dark, then use a very light amount. So I'm allowed to go kind of like heavy with this one since, oh, you fucking thought, bitch. Almost gave up on me. Okay. There. What was I saying? So now that I've put my lines on, and then keep in mind that if you don't have, you know, too much time, then just go straight in with the contour. Go straight in with the Beauty Blender. Don't draw lines. Drawing lines can take a little bit more time. The reason why I'm drawing lines is because I want to show y'all where I contour. So I contour, okay, y'all see this ball right here? I'm going to want to accentuate this. This is what you're wanting to accentuate, this. So when you smile, it's like making your cheekbones look huge. That's why you contour a little bit under. And then not too low because you don't want to drag down the cheek. You just want to keep it kind of high. So like I'll just keep it in this region. So like not really under, but when I blend, I'll show y'all. So like y'all see, it's like right in this region right here of the ball. And then, so I'm just going to coat my Beauty Blender with a nice little layer of this. And then I'm going to use the flat side of the sponge and then just kind of feel feel around for your cheekbone. You'll feel the bone. You'll feel the bone. And then just go right under that. Just kind of like hug it. You'll feel the bone, hug it, and then blend upwards just a little bit. So first you're gonna blend. So first, you're gonna just stay in that region, hug that cheekbone, feel around for it, really feel it, and then with a little bit less pressure, just blend up. And I'm not going too in. Girls, y'all don't gotta go too in because y'all already have really nice cheekbones. I like mine's a little bit more accentuated, so I'll go in a little bit. I'll just go, you know, just a little bit. And then under the lip, this is gonna make a shadow right there. So like, you see that? Yeah. Right there. The chin, like I said, it's gonna make a shadow to kind of shorten it. I bring it downtown to try to hide that Adam's apple. Or to contour the neck, make it look slimmer. You can do that too. The jawline. Just kind of like let the beauty blender do all the blending for you. You don't gotta blend up. You know, you just keep it in the jawline region. If you're somebody that, you know, has a more rounder type of face, then this step is really not my favorite for a more round type of face, because I just feel like it accentuates more, and I feel like for people with more rounder type of faces, you should just maybe keep the contour right under the chin. So like right here, this is just gonna shorten the face and kind of give it more like structure, I guess. See, what I'm doing is trying to soften. So that's why I contour my jawline. When you're somebody that has a jawline, you know, a defined jawline, you don't really have to contour it. It's not necessary. I like a softer look, so yeah. And then the forehead, make sure when you're doing the forehead that you blend into the hairline. You don't want to go too low. I know we all want to contour our foreheads and go crazy with this, but trust me, everything looks so much better when you just kind of like when you just like leave your forehead alone. Fuck. Like, you don't gotta do all the contouring to try to, like, change everything. Because all that does is it makes your forehead look muddy. So I keep it near the hairline. And the reason why I contour on all these regions is not for, like, correcting or anything. The only correcting I really do is just my cheekbones. But, like, when I do the jawline or the forehead, it's because I want to balance everything out. So like, I don't want just big brown on my cheeks. I want it, you know, spread throughout so it blends easier. And then I just like blend whatever is left over on my beauty blender all over the rest of my face. So we're done with contouring, you know. It's looking good. Look at that. Look at that. Okay. So, we're contoured, bitch. We are contoured. Next thing that we're gonna do is obviously conceal. So, I love these Milani foundations. Like, they're so good. And the reason why I like them for me is because I have oily skin. This has oil in it. What it you might be thinking like, bitch, you got oily skin, why are you using a foundation that got oil in it? Well, bitch, it's because, so when the skin feels dried out, so like when you don't have moisture in it, and you are somebody with oily skin, it feels the need to produce more oil, so you'll get oilier and oilier. So when you use something with like an oil in it and you have oily skin, it's going to like combat that and kind of like keep your balance. So it's keeping that balance. If you're somebody with drier skin, I don't know if this performs really well on dry skin. I mean, I've tried it on my cousin. She has kind of dry skin, and it worked. It worked on her. It can be a little thick for some people, so if you're somebody with drier skin, you might want to maybe use some strobe cream to kind of like thin it out a little bit, or some primer you can use too to thin it out. But like for dry skin, it could work. It really could. Like, I feel like foundations with oil are universal. Just know your skin type, know what works for you, and know your shade. So I'm using 03, and then I'm gonna go in with this small Mary Kay like concealer, and this is just like a yellow, because that 03 is kind of pink undertone, so I'm using like this yellow concealer by Mary Kay to kind of like brighten it a little bit. And then I love this shade. This is 01 by Milani again. So then I mix them all up on my hand. I warm everything up on my hand using my fingers. This is gonna like prepare for your face. So like it's gonna slow down the oxidation a little bit. Just go right in those areas that I know I'm gonna need it. The nose where I haven't put anything yet. The forehead right here. Make sure that when you're concealing, you stay kind of in the center region, because we are gonna blend outwards. We don't want too much brightness. We just want the right amount. We want it to hit the center of our face. So like right there, the chin a little bit. On the sides of the nose, because we all know we get redness there. If you don't, bitch, then you're beautiful. You're perfect. And I wish I was you. Just kidding. I don't want to be nobody else but me. I love myself. Period. Alright. Anyways. So, going back in. And I'm using the smaller side of the Beauty Blender. The Real Technique sponge, whatever you want to call it. It's clean. And the reason I use the smaller one is because I want to have more control about where I highlight. This is the step that's really going to give structure to your face. So like we contoured, that gives it the shadows. That's really gonna cut everything, or give it structure. But this highlighting, I feel like just cleans everything up and cuts and gives it more definition. So I'm just going in right under the eyes first, being kind of gentle when it comes to under the eyes, because I really want to keep as much coverage right here as possible. So like I'm really being light-handed. You don't want to be too heavy. Bring it up to like the inner corner. And then the reason that I do this whole area right here is because like later on I'm gonna show y'all I contour my nose, and I want to create the illusion of just like a narrow bridge, so I need that brightness to kind of like give it that contrast. Girl, you better get those sides of the nose. You can also use a brush. You don't gotta be gross like me, but I don't give a damn. And then, for like the cheekbones, you kind of want to smile. So like you'll smile and then you'll know where to highlight. Right. Oh, fuck. Damn. Bitch, can you act right? All right. Let me make sure. Okay. All right, so yeah, you kind of want to smile and then like stay near your eye. So like you'll smile, stay near your eye, kind of keep it right there, and then bring it like right there. You see kind of this little area right here. And don't worry, it doesn't look too blended right now, but we're gonna blend it in a minute. So yeah. Chin. I bring it to the sides. Smile again, and then I know where to kind of go to cut under. And I don't bring the highlight, you know, too outwards, just because, I don't know, I feel like it's too much brightness, so I'll just like keep it right here. And then to clean up, I'll use foundation. So like I'm gonna go in with my foundation side. And just right there. Follow from like the corner of your mouth to like the bottom of your cheekbone. So like I use my ears to measure. So like I'll use like this little area right here, this little, to like know where to follow. Keep it symmetrical. Your face is your best friend when it comes to measuring stuff and figuring out what like will make it look more symmetrical. Okay, and then I use concealer right here, just like as my base. It's honestly so much easier to do the eyebrows last, because you can really just get in there. And I'll come out with a tutorial showing y'all how I do my eyebrows when I do them last. But, you know, if I'm doing like a full beat face and like, you know, the whole done deal, then I will do my eyebrows first. Just because I want to make sure that they're like crisp. So yeah, once you're done blending out that highlight, I'm going to reinforce my contour. So I'll just go over the areas really lightly, you know, you don't gotta do too heavy. Go over the areas where I contoured at, keeping it kind of near the edges. So like don't do what we did in the first round. You kind of just want to like keep it right here, keep it right here, keep it, you know, really just touchy, uppy, I don't fucking know. And then with my foundation side, I'll just go over literally everything, just to make sure everything is blended. We don't got no lines. And then everything is one solid tone with different undertones. The next thing setting. All right, y'all. So, like I said, we got a set now. And unfortunately, my mom wanted to take my powder. So I have to go in with a powder that I don't really like. But I usually do go for Airspun. And the one that I use all the time is the translucent one. Just because it's translucent, it's like a whiter. But I mean, if you're somebody that needs a more yellow toned, then you might want to get like a neutral. Yeah. So you just don't have that like white kind of. And then for today, I'm going in with Tarte translucent powder. The reason I don't like this is because it has really bad flashback. I mean, I'm not taking any flash photography today, I guess, but I still, oh, no. It's not it for me. It's really not. And then I set my, like, eye region first, just because I don't want anything to move around or crease or anything. I'll just, like, set this little area first. The nose. I'm using my beauty blender to set. Like I usually, if I have my Airspun right now, I'll be packing on a shit ton of powder. But you see, this does nothing for me. It only gives me flashback. But I guess this is a good powder for somebody that like really doesn't like powder like that. It's so light. You just gotta watch out though. You put too much, you're gonna get flashback. I would recommend applying this with maybe like a brush, a really light brush, so you could just kind of like skim over the skin. I'm also gonna go in with this other powder. This is by Mary Kay. This has kind of more of a, like a luminescent glow to it. It has like little, I don't want to say like sparkles, but it has like little glitter particles in it, I guess. And then I'm just gonna, with like maybe this fan brush, yes, just something that like really is light. Like you do not want to move any of the stuff underneath. You want to use very light bristles. So yeah, I'm like barely touching the skin. I love this fan brush actually. This is my first time maybe using it to set, and it's like really light. It's like really just gentle, and that's what I want. Because I don't want anything to move. The reason I say like gentle and like you want really soft brushes is just because like you don't want any streaks on your face or like patches of skin coming through. You want a nice solid foundation. I still feel like it's a little wet. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this powder, fucking beat the shit out of it. I'm gonna use the what's it called? The Tarte one, by the way. With my beauty blender, just press it in. Press it in. I usually do press it into the skin just because I don't like it moving around. So I'll press it into the skin, and then that will also smooth everything out at the same time. But I want to be different today and shit. Set the ears, set the neck. Alright, y'all, and that's really all there is to that base. Now, if y'all want to see what I do next, which is going to be my powders and how I finish this whole thing off, stay tuned for my next tutorial. Alright, love y'all, and if y'all have any questions, let me know. I hope this was helpful, and till the next one. Bye, y'all.